Hello, everyone. Today I want to talk to you about something that truly amazing happened last night. I'm a Christian, and as I grow stronger with my relationship with God, my walk with Him every day, I'm learning more and more. Just like the disciples, when they were with Jesus, they didn't know everything. They were with Him, and they're learning more and more. That's where I'm at. And I'm labeling this video, God Answered My Question. Now, I get on YouTube a lot, and I scroll through, and I see some people said, God told me this, or message from God. And at first I'm like, really? Did you really hear God? So a lot of times at night in my prayers, I'll be praying, I'll be like, Lord, can you say something to me? Can I hear you? Can you give me a vision or something about tomorrow? And a lot of times, nothing. And what I'll do is I'll try to clear my mind and block out all the things from the day that's happened or everything. Just try to clear my mind and see if I can hear God speaking. And a lot of times I don't hear anything. And then I finish my prayer and I go to bed. So last night I was sitting here at the computer and thought, you know what, I'm just gonna close my eyes and pray. So I closed my eyes and I cleared my mind and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do something different. I said, God, what do you want me to do? What will make you happy? And I said it in my mind 3 times. What will make you happy? What can I do? What will make you happy? What can I do? And I tried to clear my mind and see if I could get any response. And this is the amazing part. Here's what happened. Now I understand when people say, oh, God spoke to me. Before I tell you what He said, I want to explain to you that when I was younger, we all used to write letters. Put it in the mail, send it across seas or across the states. You'd get a letter and you'd read it, and those words would speak to you. Now, my aunt or uncle, they weren't in my presence, but I read what they said. Now we have a cell phone. You can speak into a phone thousands of miles away. Somebody can hear what you're saying instantaneously, just like that. How do you explain that? How do you explain you speak into a piece of plastic powered by a battery, 2,000 miles away, somebody can hear your voice exactly? I can't explain that. Has to do with frequencies bouncing off the ozone, yeah. But I can explain what happened last night. So, God, who in all His great glory has set a time when He's going to come back and we will see Him. So when I pray, God, can I see you now? I need to understand, no, it's not the appointed time. I can't expect to see God right now. I'm not worthy to see God right here in my cabin. But Jesus did say He's not going to leave us alone. He's going to send us the Holy Spirit. So through the Holy Spirit, that you could kind of associate with like a letter or a cell phone, God did speak through me through the Holy Spirit. And here's what He said. And what I find amazing is what He said, I did not make up. I don't know anything in the day that could have prompted this thought. And that's how He spoke to me. So, and this is really great. I said, God, what can I do to make you happy? How can I please you? What do you want me to do? And all of a sudden, I had my eyes closed, and this popped in my mind. Acknowledge me. And I thought, acknowledge me? And then a lot of times I'm like, wait a minute, is this my thought? Do I need to get rid of this? And then I said it again, acknowledge me. And I'm like, well, that's a big word, acknowledge me. And then the next sentence, acknowledgement in my land. And then I started repeating in my mind, acknowledge me, acknowledgement in my land. And I kept repeating it, and then I started getting excited about it because this isn't something that, I had been thinking about earlier in the day. So I thought, wow, okay. So I opened my eyes, and I've got my computer here. Acknowledge me. And all of a sudden I'm like, well, what does acknowledge mean? That's a pretty big word. I kind of feel I know what acknowledge means. To identify. I mean, I don't really know how to explain it. I know what acknowledge means. I thought I did until I read it. I'm gonna read it to you, then I'll show it to you. On the Webster Dictionary, acknowledge: accept or admit the existence of truth or truth. Recognize the fact or importance of quality or quality. I'm not reading that right. Express or display gratitude for or appreciation of. Accept or admit the existence of truth. Just let me look at it. Let's just read it. So God says, acknowledge me, accept him, admit the existence of him, accept the truth of him. You can look it up, what acknowledge me means. So I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Acknowledge the truth. That's what God's saying. That's what he wants me to do. What will make him happy? Acknowledgement in my land. So I'm like, instantly I was like, okay, so he wants to be acknowledged in Israel. And I was like, well, let me look up the word land. What does land? There's another meaning for land other than a big body of dirt or a country or a state. So when I looked up what land meant, and I'll show you that, land can mean a different meaning. I landed a big job, or he landed the airplane, or I landed a backflip, something that I really tried to do and I accomplished it. And here's what the meaning says. Land, the verb, to arrive on the ground or other surface after moving down through the air. Wow. He wants to be acknowledged for what he did, that he came down onto the ground, earth, through the air. So I'm thinking, what was that? What did he do? He came down to earth through Jesus Christ. That was his accomplishment. That was what he put effort into. And he wants to be acknowledged for that. Just like someone wants to be acknowledged for landing a job or landing an airplane or landing a backflip. He wants to be acknowledged for what he done for us. Everything I'm saying to you is because I prayed and I asked God, what do you want me to do last night? And it's just exploded. I'm very excited about this. So from now on in my prayers, I'm going to make sure that I tell God, I acknowledge you. And I'll be talking about that more throughout my life. The acknowledgement in his land. Acknowledge the acceptance of what he did. So I hope all of you got some meaning out of this. I'm very happy that finally God spoke to me through the Holy Spirit. And ultimately, this is for his glory, not mine. I'm just sharing with you. If you can, leave some thoughts in the messages down below. And have a great day, everyone.